Hi, my name's Don Egan. I'm the founder of RSVP Trust, where lives are transformed and the poor are empowered. And this is the Portable Jesus. Thank you for joining me in this, our fourth in the series of Advent videos. Today we're thinking about receiving Christ. If you've watched the previous videos, you'll know we've been looking at John chapter 1. In the first video, we looked at Jesus being the Word of God. In the second one, we looked at light coming into the darkness. And in last week's video, we looked at preparing the way. This week, we're looking at verse 12 of John chapter 1. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Some other translations say he gave the power to become children of God. So in this series of Advent videos, we've been thinking about preparing ourselves for the coming of Christ. Now, John points out in his gospel, not everyone was happy that Christ came into the world. There were power struggles. The Romans were occupying the area where Christ was born. In the Jewish community, there were power struggles. And then we had Herod, who was insecure, who really didn't want another king in Israel. And so this week we're going to think how we receive Christ into our hearts, into our lives. In 1982, I worked in social work for Save the Children Fund. And at one point, several of the Save the Children projects moved into a building together, and we decided to have a grand opening. And the patron of Save the Children Fund to this day is Princess Anne. And so Princess Anne arranged to come to Manchester to open the new project. Now, not everyone on our team appreciated the idea of a royal visit. Some of them were anti-monarchy. Some, like me, hadn't really thought about it. It's just that the royal family was part of what we'd grown up with. And then I guess there were also some very keen monarchists who were really excited about the event. And so the ones who were anti-royal family, anti-monarchists, decided not to take part in the event. And the rest of us, whether keen monarchists or just people like me who hadn't really thought through and just thought the royal family is part of society, part of what I'd grown up with, we had to prepare for this royal visit. And eventually the day came, and I would say about probably 100 of us had lunch with Princess Anne, and she toured the building, toured the projects, and saw what the work was all about. And we did that thing where you all stand in line and then the royal person comes down and shakes hands and sort of says, "What do you do?" and all that kind of stuff. We did all that. So sometimes receiving Christ can be a little bit like that. There's a lot of thought, a lot of preparation and a lot of work. And then the day finally comes when you receive the visitor. But then I also think about my friend Pete, who 20 years ago got interested in God and Jesus and began reading parts of the New Testament. And we had many conversations over a period of 12 months. And I remember he went to bed one night and he didn't say a little prayer, or he didn't say a prayer in a booklet or anything like that. He didn't go to a big meeting and go to the front with his hand up, nothing like that. He'd read a bit of the New Testament, he'd gone to bed, couldn't sleep, he felt quite strange, and then had this wonderful, wonderful experience. And in his words, he just sort of says, "Yes, this is amazing, I'll have this." And it was an encounter with Christ. And his life began to change from that moment onwards. So today John is focusing our attention on receiving Christ. He says, "Yet to all who received him, he gave the right or the power to become children of God." In other words, this is where the connection starts with God, when we receive Christ, when we say yes. And I think it really can be as simple as Peter's just, yes, there's an encounter, and then you say yes, and Christ comes into our life and begins to make changes, just like if we have a relationship with anyone new and a friendship develops. That friendship, if you spend time with them, that relationship will change your life for better or worse, but it will change because relationships changes. And so when we receive Christ into our heart, into our life, a real change begins to happen. It doesn't solve all our problems. It doesn't make bad things go away. It doesn't protect us from trouble in the world. In fact, Jesus said, "In this world you'll have trouble." But it does change something on the inside of us very powerfully. And hopefully what it does is fill us with a new love for other people. It's definitely not about judging others or becoming some religious nut that just drains the energy out of everyone. It really is an encounter that brings life and peace and times of joy. So this week I want to recommend that you take some time just to be still, be quiet, be silent, and turn your thoughts to Christ and say, yes, come into my life. And it can be your own personal nativity, your own personal Christmas as you receive him into your heart and into your life. Next time we're going to have a look at the meaning of Christmas. If you found these videos helpful, don't forget you can become a partner with us and support us in all our work, both here and in Africa and in these videos, by going to rsvptrust.co.uk/donate, and you can become a partner with us in those things. Also, if you've enjoyed this video today, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on YouTube and click the red subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.